Hey, what's up, guys? It's Bye here. Today, I will tell you guys what I think are the best accessory for some of the most used infantry commander pairings. Some of you guys might think that I've betrayed infantry gang and went to the archer gang. That is incorrect. Right? I am still prioritized making content for infantry players first. I wanted to make this video for a while now, but it does require some time for me to do some research and testing. Uh, I might make a similar video for archer and cavalry if I have time. See, right? Infantry still get all the love from me. Archer and cavalry, I will make video for them only if I have free time. For infantry, it's a different story. I am actually taking time out of my busy schedule to make content for you guys. Okay. Anyway, that is enough with that little chit chat there. Let's go into today's video. So before going into today's video, you need to know that I do not own all the legendary accessory. Right. Going to the list of the accessory here. Go in here. Look at the list of accessory here. So I do not own all the legendary accessory, right? And I did not like I haven't able to done like some extensive testing on all of them, right? A lot of time I had to simulate something that provide like a similar effect as one of the accessory to see how good they are. For example, right? For me to test the Ring of Doom, because I do not have the Ring of Doom myself, I have to use Artemia's 4 skill, which provide a very similar effect to see how effective it is on the field, right? So Ring of Doom gave 50% damage increase for 2 seconds here. And Artemia's 4 skill also increased damage by 50% for 3 seconds, 5 seconds, right? So I can definitely take 2 seconds out from that active skill to see, right? Very similar effect to Ring of Doom there. So that is how I did some of my testing, how I try to figure out how good the accessory are. Okay. So let's go into the list that I prepared for you guys here. So the list today is for infantry commander pairing only, and as I mentioned, right, if I have time in the future, I will make a similar list for archer and cavalry. Um, so let's go into some of the first information here I want to talk with you guys. So there are two types of accessory. One is passive accessory, and the other one is active accessory. Okay. Passive accessory include the lucky coins and the vengeance. Right. Passive means the opponent has to do something to you for you to be able to trigger the effect. Right. If the opponent doesn't do anything, these accessory will not, their effect will not kick in, right? And the other type are the active accessory. The active accessory means that you have to actively attacking on the target for you to be able to trigger the effect of the accessory, right? So most of the accessory are active accessory. There are only two passive accessory right now, which is the lucky coins and the vengeance. Let me fix here. Okay, so here is the list of infantry commander right now. We have Gwen, Alex, Leo, Richard, Constantine, Charmatel, Pakal, CJ, and Hero. We are not going to use Zeno on the open field. So Zeno is infantry commander as well, but I don't recommend you guys to use her. Okay. So let's go to the commander pairing here. First one, we have a Gwen and Leo. Okay. So I also have a two option here for you guys. Right, the first one is the best option. Right, it's gonna cost you you are going to need two legendary accessory for the best option, and the second one is the economical option here, which give you which you can use one of the epic accessory. Right, I think the ancient stratagem can be very good, and it can work very well for the economical option. You can pick one ancient stratagem, and the other one can be a legendary accessory. Right, it's economic option right there. But for today, we'll just go over the best option here for you guys. I will post the link for the list here in the video description and the comment as well. You can definitely check them out. So let's go to the first one here, which is Grand Leo. Accessory number one, right? I think which is the most important one in my opinion is a lucky coin. The lucky coin can work very well on Gran, right? It's like a passive. As I mentioned before, lucky coin is one of the passive accessory. The enemy had to do something to you, right? Gran is a very easy target, most targeted market on the field. So the lucky coin can work very well on him. So Gran Lil. Next one, the second accessory gonna be the Ring of Doom and Vengeance. For him, Ring of Doom can work well on Gran Lil because Gran have a pretty high amount of attack. Ring of Doom can definitely work well on Gran. It can increase normal attack damage, and if you can trigger, if the Ring of Doom effect kick in at the right time, it can also increase the skill damage for Gran Lil as well. Vengeance is another option you can go for if you want to give Gran and Leo even more tankiness. Vengeance can work really well in terms of like anti-swarming as well, right? Lucky Coin, Vengeance as a two passive accessory can work really well if you want your marches to like fan off against swarming, right? Let's say if your marches often get target a lot, Lucky Coin and Vengeance are the two most accessory you must use on them, in my opinion. Next one we have a Gran Alex. For Gran Alex, because Alex have a shield and shield, very strong shield, right? A 1200 shield, and shield does not work very well with the lucky coin. So that is why I don't recommend you guys to use the lucky coin on Gran Alex. Instead, I want you guys to use the Ring of Doom. So Gran have very high attack, Alex have very high attack as well. So the Ring of Doom can work very well for these matches here. You can the other option you can use a Vengeance. Vengeance can provide that again, anti-swarming mechanic. Can work well. Because Gran often gets swarmed, you get that 8% counter attack damage increase from the Vengeance. You can definitely inflict more damage to whoever swarming you down, and you can reduce the damage you taken over time. You can also go with the Horn of Fury as well, if you want. Horn of Fury will definitely provide a little bit more range engine-wise there. You can help your Alex casting his shield more frequently, so that it can provide more survivability for your Gran, right? So that is your other option. Okay. Next one we got Gran and CJ, right? So Gran and CJ, you definitely going to need the lucky coin, right? CJ is pretty squishy. You going to need the lucky coin on this pair, right? Anti-swarming mechanic here. You can also use Vengeance. Vengeance also help with anti-swarming as well. If you get swarmed, you don't die very fast. And then you can go with Ring of Doom, right? Both Gran and CJ have pretty decent amount of high attack. You can definitely use the Ring of Doom. Another option you can go is the Great Glory, right? Great Glory is another option you can go as well. Great Glory gives you that 5% increase normal attack damage. It can work really well for Gran CJ because both of these commanders provide you a very high amount of attack stat boost. So Great Glory gonna increase that normal attack damage for you. Definitely gonna help your DPS up by quite a lot there. If you gotta use either Ring of Doom or Great Glory on Gran CJ, right? But at first, you definitely have to focus more on giving them more tankiness, more survivability, right? If you plan to use Gran CJ, and if your market is going down very frequently, I would recommend you guys to use the Lucky Coin and the Vengeance. Gran and Pukal. Gran Pukal has a shield, a small shield as well, so you don't have like not the best option to use a lucky coin there. But you can definitely use Vengeance. Vengeance can definitely help you in terms of like give more counter attack damage if you get swarmed against. And you could use the Ring of Doom. You could use the Ring of Doom here because Gran against does have a very high skill damage and a decent amount of attack bonus as well. Can definitely benefit for the Ring of Doom here. So Gran and Traumatel. Gran and Traumatel, I recommend you guys use the Ring of Doom and Vengeance here. Gran and Witcher, Lucky Coin for even more tankiness. Vengeance for even more tankiness as well. And you could use the Ring of Doom. Right, you could use the Ring of Doom as well. Gran and YSC. Gran and YSC, I strongly recommend you guys to use the Lucky Coin and Vengeance. Right, Gran and YSC is very squishy. And the Lucky Coin and the Vengeance can definitely help them quite a lot when it comes down to getting swarmed, right? If you get swarmed, you gotta be able to survive for a little bit longer, right? Definitely. Next one we got Grand Hero, right? Grand Hero here, against, right? If you go use Grand Primary, Lucky Koi is definitely one of the best item you can use on Grand against. His expertise can work really well with the Lucky Koi as well. Next option is we gonna have is Vengeance, right? Vengeance for more. Vengeance is going to be more survivability as well, anti-swarming. You're gonna use Ring of Doom or Grace Glory. Um, so like Grand Hero can work really well with items that can give more damage, right? So Ring of Doom give more damage overall, right? Grand Hero have very high base attack. Grand giving that extra, I think 30% attack increase, right, or 40%. Let me double check here. Infantry attack increase 30% for Grand, right? So Gwen has that 30% infantry attack increase, and Hero have a crazy amount of attack increase right there. So like one of the pairs that have very high attack, right? When you have like a pair with very high attack, right? The Ring of Doom or the Great Glory can work really well on that pair, right? So, but like when you're going to use Ring of Doom or Great Glory, you are giving up on some of the survivability. Against, right? You are deciding on between either going passively, right? If you think you gonna get swarm a lot, then you might want to stick with the Vengeance and the Lucky Coins. But if you think you gonna be able to provide a little bit more, if you don't play super aggressive, and you can maintain your Grand Hero, you don't get swarm all the time, then by all means go with more DPS here. Go with the Ring of Doom or the Grace Glory. Both are very solid option. You cannot go wrong with the two choices. Next one we have going to Alex and YSG here. Alex and YSG, right? Alex and YSG is pretty squishy, very easy to swarm down. Right, I was swarm down many Alex and YSG in my career, Rise of Kingdom career. You know, I was swarm down so many of them. Vengeance can definitely help in terms of like fend off those swarm. Lucky Coin does not work well on Alex and YSG because Alex has the shield. Ring of Doom or Horn of Fury can work well. Alex also gave pretty high amount of attack. At the same time, Alex can also deal a decent amount of skill damage as well. YSG a very decent amount of skill damage as well. Horn of Fury, Ring of Doom or Horn of Fury. Horn of Fury can help Alex and YSG cast their active skill more frequently, which is pretty good. Alex and CJ. I can definitely go with Vengeance. Vengeance against anti-swarming in terms you're getting swarmed down. Great Glory. I would definitely go with the Great Glory as my second option, and Ring of Doom is my third option here, right? Great Glory gave very high amount of attack. Alex 40% attack. When it's shield out, he even get more attacks there. CJ also bringing in a lot of attack as well. Great Glory gonna help increase your normal attack damage by a lot. Zit Marches also can move very fast. You gonna be able to attack on the target very frequently, right? You can probably pretty much do very similar amount of damage like a Tail Takeda in my opinion. So yes, you can definitely go with Great Glory or Ring of Doom as second option. Alex and Hero, very similar story. Vengeance, Great Glory, Ring of Doom, very similar idea as CJ. Alex and Pukal. Alex and Pukal, they can tank well, right? So you can definitely go with the Ring of Doom and Horn of Fury here. Alex and Leo, Ring of Doom, Vengeance. Alex and Richard, Horn of Fury, Concealed Dagger. Alex and Richard is more like a support pair in my opinions. So you definitely want them to be able to cast their skill more frequently. And at the same time, you might want to provide some of the debuff on the target that you are attacking as well, right? That is the whole idea behind using Horn of Fury and Concealed Dagger here. Alex and Traumatel, I recommend you guys to use Ring of Doom and Vengeance on them. Next one, you're going to go with Leo YSG. Leo and YSG, you can definitely use Lucky Koi on Leo, and Vengeance as you're gonna use Vengeance as second accessory here. You could use Horn of Fury, right? You could use Horn of Fury, but I think it might be overkill in terms of rage here, right? Because Leo provide rage engine already. YSG also provide rage engine already. To be honest, you could use Horn of Fury as well. I think you could still use it. Horn of Fury. But Lucky Koi and Vengeance could be pretty solid choice for you, right? In terms of tanking, swarming down, getting swarm. Leo and Sanzu, similar. Lucky Koi, Vengeance. I think you can definitely use a concealed dagger here as well. If you have a concealed dagger, you can definitely use Leo and Sanzu to help with debuffing as well. Next one we got Leo and Hero. Leo and Hero, Lucky Koi, first option here, right, to help with more survivability. Next one we got Ring of Doom or Vengeance. So against Hero can provide a very high amount of attack increase. So the Ring of Doom can work pretty decent with Zit pair right here. And if you want to give Zit pair a little bit more tankiness, definitely go with the Vengeance option here. But I think Ring of Doom is a good choice for the second option. Next one we got Leo and CJ. Lucky Koi first one, Ring of Doom, Vengeance second one. Next one we got Richter and Alex. Richter and Alex, first one Concealed Dagger, second one Moral Rep or Honor Fury, right? So Richter and Alex is again, I would say like a support slash slightly DPS marches here, single DPS marches here. You can definitely use a Concealed Dagger on Moral Rep on that pair to like be like a full support marches for you guys. To focus on debuffing on the enemy, right? It's can work very well. Next one we got Richter and YRC here. Richter and YRC, I recommend you guys to use Horn of Fury. You can also using a Concealed Dagger as a second option as well. I am not recommend you guys to use the Ring of Doom on Richter and YRC because Richter and YRC do not have a very high attack stat boost, right? Richter have no attack for infantry. YRC have no attack for infantry right here, right? So the Ring of Doom does not work well on the commander pairs that do not have a high attack stat base. Okay, guys. So that is something you want to avoid using. Next one we got Richter and Sanzu, Horn of Fury, Concealed Dagger, Moral Rep here. Richter and Airto Flag, one of my favorite pairing to be honest. Using T4, very good debuff marches here on the field. You can definitely use another Moral Rep on Zit pair to provide even more slowness. A debuff and more like even more debuff on the target here. So Moral Rep, Concealed Dagger or Horn of Fury for that rage engine you need it for Richter. So that Richter and Airto Flag can cast the skill even faster. Okay. Next one we got Richter and Hero here, right? So Richter and Hero is gonna be a different story here because now you have a Hero into the pair. So Hero can bring in a lot of attack. So you can definitely use the Ring of Doom because now you have a more attack in your commander pair. So the Ring of Doom can work pretty well with Richter and Hero here. Next one, you can use Horn of Fury or Grace Glory. Grace Glory also increase the damage, normal attack damage. Can work well for Richter and Hero here. Richter and CJ, again, right? CJ also can provide very high attack stat boost increase. So it can work well with the Ring of Doom. And you can go with the Concealed Dagger or the Moral Rep for more like a support option here, debuffing. Next one, we got Constantine pair. Constantine Leo. Lucky Koi on Constantine here. Alright. So if you're going to use Constantine primary, I strongly recommend you guys to use the Lucky Koi on Constantine because he get target quite often on the field. You can use it Vengeance as well. So Lucky Koi and Vengeance for anti-swarming, right? Constantine and Leo. There are some other options you can use on the pair, but I would strongly recommend you guys to go with Lucky Koi and Vengeance if you are going to use Constantine primary. Next one, we're going to go with Chor and Hero. Chor and Hero, Ring of Doom against right. Hero have very high attack and work really well with Ring of Doom. And Grace Glory, right? You gotta be able to inflict very high amount of normal attack damage, and sometimes you gotta be able to use that Ring of Doom 50% skill damage for Hero skill damage as well, right? Next one got Chor and YRC, right? So Chor and YRC against right. Chor do not have a attack increase. YRC do not have attack increase for infantry. So you cannot use the Ring of Doom on Zit pair here. So you have to opt in for Horn of Fury and Concealed Dagger. Okay. Chor and Sanzu, very similar story. Horn of Fury, Concealed Dagger here. Chor and CJ, now we have a more attack now because CJ bring more attack. You can definitely use the Ring of Doom and Grace Glory to bring more DPS here, right? Same go for Chor and Alex as well. Alex also can bring in a lot of attack increase, right? Ring of Doom, Grace Glory can work very well on Zit pair right here if you are going to use it pair. Next one we got Pakao and YSG. Honor Fury, Lucky Coin, right? Against Pakal, no damage, no attack stat boost. Why I see no attack stat boost? If you ask me why not using the Ring of Doom, because I do not have attack increase, okay? Next one, we got Pakal and Hero, right? Pakal and Hero, right? Hero can bring in very, very high attack, very, very good idea for you to use Ring of Doom on him. And Grace Glory as well, right? Same similar, very, very similar story with Pakal and CJ. Now we got Pakal and Sanzu. It's Pakal and Sanzu is more like a DPS slash support, a tank marches here. So you can definitely use the Concealed Dagger and the Moral Rep on this pair to help with providing the support if you want. And if you planning to use it pair as one of your main march, Concealed Dagger and Moral Rep is the way to go. Next one, we got Pakal and Alex against, right? Now we have Alex in. Very, very high attack stats increase. Ring of Doom, Honor Fury, Great Glory. You cannot go wrong with them. Pakal Leo, Concealed Dagger, Moral Rep here. So Pakal Leo is again, right, like a tank. Now you can provide them with some like support items that can help with the team. Okay, we are going with CJ and Alex here. So CJ, if you're going to use CJ primary, expect to be swarm, right? So Vengeance, Ring of Doom, right? Ring of Doom can work well with CJ and Alex because they have very, very high attack. But Vengeance is there for that anti-swarming mechanism. CJ Sanzu, Lucky Koi, Vengeance. CJ Hero, Lucky Koi, Ring of Doom, Grace Glory. CJ Pakal, Lucky Koi, Ring of Doom here. And we are going to some of the last commander pairing here. Next we have Hero and Leo, right? Hero and Leo recommend Lucky Koi first accessory. You can go Ring of Doom or Vengeance here, right? A Ring of Doom for more DPS from Hero or Vengeance for that anti-swarming mechanics. That if you want Hero and Alex, Vengeance, Ring of Doom, Grace Glory here. Hero and Pakal, Lucky Koi, Ring of Doom. Hero and CJ, Lucky Koi, Vengeance, Grace Glory, Ring of Doom here. Last one we got Hero and Traumatel. One of my my pair is Traumatel and Hero. So you can use Vengeance for anti-swarming, Ring of Doom and Grace Glory for that normal attack DPS riser, right? And you can look at the economic option for yourself, right? I don't want to make this video much longer here. So here is the list of like the best possible accessory for each commander pair, right? In my personal opinions, I might have missed some commander pair here, right? If you think I missed something, by all means, leave a comment in the comment section, then I will get back to you guys. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoy the videos, and I hope you guys find the videos useful. Thanks for watching, guys.